And good afternoon and welcome to the Lunch with a Shark Coronavirus Edition home office on Tuesday. What's Tuesday? March what? March the 21st or 22nd or something like. No, not the 21st. It's March the 24th. The 24th. We're 7 days in our San Diego quarantine, and last Lunch with the Shark we spoke about loans, and I still believe that we should not focus on applying for lines of credits, credit cards, loans, and utilizing them to save our business. But what we should do is we should apply for lines of credits, credit cards, and loans as a possible last resource. Yesterday, we were on a mastermind call with Susan Evans, one of our business coaches. And as other business coaches out there, trustworthy, have said, this is one of the worst recessions that we're going to be in, but it's not going to last forever. Second quarter, as I said, it's going to be a bad quarter. Really, really bad quarter if we do not prepare. Things are going to start getting better third and fourth quarter. We are going to get out of this. But this recession, it's not going to be like anything we've seen before compared to the 2008 recession. Be aware, this recession, it's a war recession. Yes, Donald Trump has said it, that we're fighting a war against the virus. This is something that we've never seen as humanity before. We have to be prepared. Stop working on your procedures. Stop working on, let me see how I can fix my business so when I come back with full force. No. What you need to do right now is you need to focus on working on your business, on what it's going to mitigate the impact that you're going to have by the reduction of revenue. How can you help your current clients generate revenue so you can generate revenue? Okay? Let's focus on us as CFOs, help you prepare to obtain or have in the back burner an SBA relief loan. Do you have your financial statements? Do you have an accurate balance sheet? Is it clean? Do you even have a tax return? Oh no, the IRS told me that I am able to file it in 90 days from the due date, which it was extended from April 15th to July 15th. Well, if you want to apply for any loan, whatever type of loan it is, you have to be prepared. You have to have those documents. I have a list of general information that the SBA, this disaster relief loan, it's requiring. You can actually apply. The deadline is until December 16th of 2020. These loans are directly from the U.S. Treasury. They're not from banks, okay? Even though you have to go and apply to a bank, they're not from a bank. Those funds do not come from the bank. They come directly from the U.S. Treasury. The processing time is between 25 and 35 days. California, if you live in California, it's eligible. As far as I know, pretty much every single state and city qualifies for this loan. If your business is in the United States, startup companies can apply, but instead of using current financials or current tax returns, you will need accurate projections. Please don't submit projections where the first 6 months you're going to generate a revenue profit, because then you don't need a loan. The interest rate is 3.75%, and you can take up to 30 years to pay back this loan. Our recommendation is do not take the 30 years to pay that back loan. But it's going to help you in your cash flow. We'll talk about that later. If you're in a nonprofit, the interest rate is 2.75%, same 30 years. You can actually, as I said, you can amortize the loan or the repayment over 30 years. First payment may be deferred in 5 months. So let's say that you apply for the loan, you get approved, you utilize it, your first payment it's going to be due in 5 months. This is a disaster relief. It's going to help you as a last resource. You can use the loan to apply it to accounts payable, payroll, debt payment. You cannot apply this loan to repay back SBA loans that you currently have. And in California, and there's a main office in Sacramento, and there's a main office in Dallas. So only those 2 offices are going to be processing those loans. What does the underwriter going to need to see? Are you prepared for all this? The underwriter is going to want to see a positive cash flow for the last 6 to 12 months. What's cash flow? How do I get positive cash flow? That means that your revenue is more than your expenses. Even though that for tax purposes, you're having a loss. Consult your accountant. If you don't have one, I bet you TurboTax does not answer you that question. These loans do require a personal guarantee. Meaning, if your company faults, you're going to be on the hook for the loan. Credit history must be acceptable by the SBA. What does acceptable mean? You must have a minimum of 650 points in your credit. SBA is going to want to see skin in the game. SBA is looking for capital that is at risk, meaning that you have money in your business, meaning that your balance sheet shows proper equity, and a company that has not a lot of liabilities, meaning accounts payable. Loans are from $25,000 up to $2 million. The collateral, it's from the borrower. You cannot go and ask your mom, dad, family, relatives for collateral. They won't approve it or accept it. This is for coronavirus impact, which is pretty much everything right now. It's coronavirus impact. Your 2019 balance sheet and income statement are necessary and required. They don't have to be audited. If they're audited, much better. But at this point, I don't know any auditing CPA has finished any 2019 audits. It's March. SBA recommends that you break out your income statement by month, meaning that if you're going to present your income statement for 2019, they're going to want to see January, February, March, and so forth, to create their basis for how much you can qualify for. Even though you ask for $2 million, they're going to probably come back and say, hey, you only qualify for $1 million. Okay? This will actually help the SBA expedite the processing. You can actually apply for 3 to 6 months working capital. Working capital means that the amount of money you need to keep operational. Don't include your variable costs, only your fixed costs. Let's say that you're a restaurant. What's your fixed cost? Rent, electricity, all the utilities, payroll. You don't need to lay them off. You can pay them minimum, okay? And that's your fixed cost. That's working capital. Okay, so you can ask for this loan 3 to 6 months. You can have it in the back burner. Again, back burner. Don't go and use it if you don't need it. First, please Start thinking on how to generate revenue in this time of crisis, war against the virus. Okay, don't misinterpret me. Okay, and the SBA right now, it's being very lenient when it comes to credit elsewhere, meaning that you need to go to multiple banks, multiple sources, and get denied. Okay, so that's one of the loans available out there. There's several agencies that are offering different type of help, grants. Support our community, buy local community, local mom and pop shops. Please, please, please support them. They're the ones that are in more need. Forget about Walmart, Amazon, Bonds, Ralph's. They're great, but support small local community shops. We're actually ordering from small restaurants. We are not ordering from big chains. Thank God, my family and I, we are prepared. We did not buy tons of toilet paper, but what we did is we did buy tons of utilizable food that if we don't finish, we're actually going to donate to the food bank. Please do that. Okay? So if you have any questions and or we can support you in any way, if you want to do your own application, feel free to do it. What I recommend is that you have somebody trustworthy or that knows, review it, and submit it. The paperwork is humongous. We can actually help you. Our number is 619-677-6512. Our office is fully functional, home office, remotely, and we're keeping and taking every single precaution that it's out there. Be informed, vet your information sources. Don't be alarmed. This is going to pass. We're going to get out of this. Have a great day. See you.